Hey everybody, welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. My name is Josie, and today I'm bringing you another recipe, and this one will help you take care of some of that leftover ham you might have in your refrigerator or your freezer from Easter. If you don't have any leftovers, no problem. You can use a ham steak, a pork loin, or even a leftover pork chops, or whatever you've got to make it work. I have cooked off, this is 1 cup of rice that I cooked in my Instapot with 1.5 cups of water and 1/4 cup of pineapple juice for 5 minutes, and then let it set afterwards for 10 minutes before I opened the lid, and it's nice and tender and ready to go. Now this is supposed to serve between 4 and 6 people, and you'll have to consider for your family if it's the right amount for you. Now there's just a few ingredients that go in this, and I would tell you that it is customizable. The recipe calls for green onions, and I don't have any green onions, but it's not going to bother me that I don't put them in. You could put peppers, like bell peppers, any color. Bell pepper would be really pretty. And you could put peas. I wouldn't put peas, but you're welcome to put them. It's your dish. But for the sake of showing you today, and since I'm the one that's going to have to eat it afterwards and probably eat it for several days, or several, put it in the freezer or whatever, just for several times of having it, I'm not going to put peas in mine. So, well, like I said, we've got a cup of rice here, and I have got a cup of pineapple tidbits. Probably can't see that, can you? I have a cup of pineapple tidbits right here. And now I'm going to take 2 pounds of leftover Easter ham, and I'm just going to cut it into bite-sized chunks. This was a spiral sliced ham, and it was delicious, but we had leftovers. And so I'm saving the bones, for good old beans and black-eyed peas. And I like to make a ham broth and pressure can it with no meat in it. And I season, when I don't have any ham hocks or anything like that in my freezer, I season my beans and my pork, black-eyed peas with ham broth. I don't really like canning ham because I'm kind of a texture person, and to me ham gets a little bit spongy, but when it's canned, I don't like it. Now I do like pork loin and pork roast and that kind of stuff canned, but not really fond of ham done that way. Consider who you have eating this pork or this dish, and you might want to cut your ham in smaller pieces. Some people like to get their ham and their ingredients started in here and add their pineapple later, but I kind of like the char just a little bit on the pineapple. So I'm going to go ahead and get my skillet started here with the pineapple and the ham. Don't put the outside of the ham that's baked. Don't put that in here. It would be really, really tough. And I would take out any great big, like that, great big pieces of fat. While this pineapple and ham is doing their thing, I'm going to add just a little bit of brown sugar. And that's just going to help that kind of caramelize and start working with that pineapple to make a little bit of a glaze where it'll really stick well to the rice when we put that in there. Now, you can add any seasonings, any flavors that you want that you think would go well with pineapple and with ham. I'd be really careful on your salt though. One, the ham is already salty. And two, this recipe also calls for a little bit of soy sauce. Now that is totally up to you whether you put the soy sauce in it. I think that they're kind of going for those flavors like that you would get from restaurants that serve these combinations together. Hawaiian or maybe Asian flair just a little bit. And so it's up to you. This is making quite a little bit. Now our pineapple juice, and our pineapple itself is releasing some of its juices. And with the addition of that little bit of brown sugar, it's beginning to make a really nice reduction and glaze. So I am going to go ahead and add the rice in there. And as the pineapple and the ham begin to char, I won't mind if the rice takes some of that flavor on and absorbs some of that sauce just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add my soy. Just eyeballing it. I don't think that was maybe 1 tablespoon. The recipe calls for 2, but I just don't want it really salty. I have made this before and added carrots, like shredded carrots, and onion. That was one of Howie's favorites. He called it stir fry. He liked the onions and the carrots in it. This recipe would be really easy to make out on your griddle, like your Blackstone or another cooking method outside. I have a big Blackstone griddle. It's actually Blade's griddle. But I hate to heat up. It's a big 36-inch, and I hate to fire that thing up for just this amount of food. I may have to break down and change when summer gets here and it's really, really hot, and I want to try to keep the house as cool as possible. I may just break down and do it. I may have to cook a couple of meals at a time. Actually, it has 4 burners, so I could just cook on part of it. So that's not really an excuse. I just know I'm not the best grill person. Blade's really good at it. All right, my friends, as you can see, it doesn't take long to cook this up. You could, if you wanted to, scramble an egg in here, and I was gonna do that, but then I got to thinking about having all of these leftovers and possibly freezing some, that maybe as I took it out and had a portion of it, that I would scramble an egg then for the portion that I was having. So very, very economical, very easy, something that you can pull together for your family in just a little bit of time, and change it up. You can add vegetables to it, whatever kind of veggies that you want to add to it, and make it stretch even further. You could multiply this recipe. This was just 1 cup of rice and 2 cups of ham and a cup of pineapple. These stir-fry recipes are very versatile, very economic. You could swap out the meats. You could use chicken, you could use pork, you could use hamburger, and change all the veggies around, change your spices around, and give it another flair. You could make a Mexican stir fry. You could make, well, really anything that your mind can come up with. It's been overcast and rainy all day, not a constant rain, just on and off. but we've got rain coming through next Monday or Tuesday anyway, so it's going to be soggy here for a while. And I hope that you guys are okay, that your weather is all right where you're at, and you're enjoying this spring. For now, guys, I'll leave you with, I love you. I really do. Keep looking well to the ways of your household. And until next time, we're gone.